In a dramatic new development in Breaking Through Media's legal battle for government transparency, the Virginia Court of Appeals has ordered Augusta County's Circuit Court to provide the very recordings at the center of the dispute. Because, that's what the entire case is about. This order, which essentially says, fix the record and send us the thing you should have sent in the first place, allows the appellate court to review them firsthand. The case stems from Augusta County's refusal to release a March 20th, 2023 closed session recording of the Board of Supervisors, recordings that allegedly capture an illegal discussion about the resignation of a county official. Now, according to Virginia's Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA, discussions like that are supposed to happen in an open session. But Augusta County apparently didn't get the memo. After an initial legal victory ordering the county to release the recording, the circuit court judge had a change of heart and reversed his decision. Because why stick with your original ruling when you can suddenly decide that secrecy is the way to go? In response, Breaking Through Media and its editor, Samuel Orlando, appealed the case to the Virginia Court of Appeals, where things have now taken a significant turn. Apparently, Augusta County is so determined to keep the recordings secret that the circuit court forgot to include them in the case record when the case was first appealed. Oops. So now the appellate court has stepped in. On March 4th, 2025, the Virginia Court of Appeals invoked its power under Code Section 8.01-675.4, issuing a formal order that compels Augusta County Circuit Court Clerk R. Stephen Lands to transmit all copies of the closed session recordings that had been filed under seal and reviewed privately by the trial court. The Circuit Court has 15 days to comply with the directive. This order comes after legal sources pointed out something rather obvious. Augusta County Circuit Court didn't send the appellate court the recordings at the center of the case. You'd think that would be a crucial part of the record, but somehow it just didn't make it into the file. The appellate court's decision to issue a writ of certiorari on its own motion is a polite way of saying, hey, where's the key evidence? Send it over, now. And it raises a rather uncomfortable question. Why wasn't it provided in the first place? For Breaking Through Media and its editor, Samuel Orlando, this order is a major step forward in the fight for government accountability. The lawsuit has always been about Augusta County's refusal to release the March 20th, 2023 Board of Supervisors meeting recording, which allegedly violated FOIA laws by discussing a county official's resignation behind closed doors. Orlando responded to the latest development, stating, "This order shows that the appellate court understands what's at stake here. The circuit court should have included these recordings when it sent the case up, and now the Court of Appeals has made it clear they want to hear what Augusta County has been hiding." Orlando has been confident from the start that the appellate court would uphold transparency, especially after retired Judge Robert J. Wilson, the fourth sudden reversal in the circuit court, where he first ruled in favor of disclosure, then pulled a 180 and sided with the county. By issuing this writ, the Virginia Court of Appeals is making it very clear that it intends to review the full context before making a decision. And honestly, that might not be great news for Augusta County. Previously, the Circuit Court had reviewed the recordings privately in camera before ultimately ruling against their release. But now the appellate court wants to hear them firsthand, because relying on a lower court that conveniently changed its mind probably isn't the best approach. A local attorney familiar with the case, speaking on condition of anonymity, summed it up perfectly. The Court of Appeals didn't have to do this. They could have ruled based on what was already in the record. The fact that they are demanding these recordings now means they see their significance, and that's not great news for Augusta County's attempt to keep them secret. Augusta County Circuit Court now has until March 19, 2025, to turn over the recordings to the Virginia Court of Appeals. If the county fails to comply, it could face serious legal consequences, including potential court sanctions. This latest development reinforces what we already knew. This case isn't just about one recording, it's about the public's right to know what their government is doing behind closed doors. And whether Augusta County likes it or not, the Court of Appeals is now watching. Breaking Through Media remains committed to holding Augusta County accountable and will continue to report on this case as it unfolds. One thing is certain, this fight for government transparency is far from over. To stay updated on the latest government corruption news, subscribe to Breaking Through News on the Newsbreak app, on YouTube, or at breakingthrough.com.